Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm the Radio Man 03, and it is awesome to have you along. Hope everyone's doing great. I am doing fantastic. It's Saturday morning. Friday has to work a little bit, and then we're got all kinds of chores to do, at which time, I'll be, of course, done recording for the day. But at the moment, I wanted to show you where we're at with the base, the mining operation for the iron. I've been fooling around with some of the blocks. We got these curved ones with the glass, which are really cool. These are the interior wall blocks over here, which are also quite cool looking. I think those are pretty neat. So those guys right there, and they've got this kind of ambient lighting attached to them as well, which is pretty awesome. If you look at those, there'll be a little bit of lighting in the corridors and stuff like that. I jutted this out and ramped it down just a little bit so we could actually drive our little tiny, early rover here up onto this platform and then plug it in and get it working to, charge. One thing you guys said, let's go in the cockpit real quick. You can see I've got things on my hot bar now down there. I've got number 1 for the lights. Number 2 is for, instead of hitting P, which is never recommended to hit P at your base because P can detach just about everything from your base once you've got multiple vehicles going. So I don't want to do that. So I went ahead and I put the cockpit down there on number 2. That locks and unlocks us in terms of our parking. And then number 3 is our connector to connect. And then number 4... I'm not quite sure what I've got going on with number 4 there. I think I've just got a block there. But anyway, so I've got that taken care of. And if I go in the inventory, I'll take a look and see what that is. Control panel. What else did I do in the vehicle to make things better? You guys had several suggestions. I'll have to think of them. Anyways, to put this on recharge when we're in here. If we go back in here and go to our inventory and go to the control panel, let's open this up as well. Control panel. Anything in white is the current grid we're sitting on. So since we're on the rover, everything in the white is stuff that's on the rover at the moment. So you can see I've got a gyroscope, the buggy cockpit, and then the battery is set to recharge at the moment. So it's filling back up, and I believe it's just taking power from the base and then recharging it. Once we leave, I think we're going to put it back on auto. And then it'll, of course, hold the power while we're driving around. And then when we come back to base, if we've been gone for a long time, we can hit recharge, and it'll recharge that as well. If I go to inventory and pull up the battery again, fully depleted, and yeah, see, so we're just charging that battery constantly right now while it's sitting here at base, which is fantastic. When we take this thing out, it's got like 3 to 4 days worth of power or 2 to 3 days worth of power to drive, depending on if you're going uphill, downhill, and all that good stuff, and what kind of weight you have. I do have to lower the suspension on the wheels in order to hook up with the connector. At the moment, that's fine. It'll get us by, but in the long run, we'll have something else set up. And our rover will be bigger than this one, too, in the future. But for now, for exploration and finding resources and where they are, this has worked out just great for me, and it's a very simple thing to do. I did move our survival kit and our O2H2 over to this area here. It just seemed like you know what? I don't think I put the ice in here. Do I have the ice in here? I've done a little bit of stuff, you guys. Let's grab all this stuff back here, and let's put that in here so it's actually where it's supposed to be. There we go. Throw those in there. I keep an extra hydrogen bottle on me just in case I'm flying around and doing stuff here at the base. There we go. That's much better. So I put that over here. Don't know that it's going to stay here yet, but it was in the way for the rover to be able to park over here and be able to unload and load stuff into our stuff. It needed to be over here. So I moved that stuff over there. I took the stairs down as well. The other thing I did was I started playing around with pistons, drills, and, let's go downstairs into the mine. Pistons, drills, and conveyor tubes. Let's turn our light on so you guys can see. I now have a hole dug straight down next to the base, all the way down to where, let's see if we can get around here, down to this level right here. And you can see the iron goes back in here a long, long ways. So there's a lot of iron to be had. If we take and hit X and fly down here with our jetpack on. Come on, there we go. Still learning how to fly, training wheels and all. I've got a piston down here attached to our conveyor line that runs up to the cargo container. And here I have a piston, and on the end of the piston I have a drill bit. Now I drilled most of this hole out, except for the piece, of course, that came down. I used the drill to come all the way down here, and I wanted to fool around with that stuff a little bit before I can jump on camera and do things with you guys on here with this. So we have a drill bit right now. You can see it's over iron, and it's going to be going through iron. So we've got a ton of it coming in. And I'm going to push it hopefully out to the area where we are going to connect up with that other hole there. My goal is to, and we may even have to go down further to make sure that we can scrape through the iron. Once I get this cavern opened up a little bit, I want to do some kind of a piston system and drill system in here that's going to push that way across the landscape so that we have possibly even potential to build underground later on down the road. Am I ready to try this out? I think I am. I had it all kind of set up last night so we can come in here and do it today. We can go over here, and I can click this, and I can turn the drill on. Now, it'll grab a little bit of this and a little bit of that at the moment, but it's not a whole lot that is coming in. 1.9 every so often, and that's just leaving it on. For a while, it was bringing in like 2 and 3, but now that it's been here, I mean, I think I could probably leave this here for quite a while and it would still pick up that little bit each time. But what I want to do is I want to take this piston, fully extend it, and push that drill into that material over there. So if I come down here, piston 3, velocity, I'm going to put this down to, what was it? I'm going to, hopefully this is slowing it down. Let's see. No, that's speeding it way up. I think it was 0.4. There we go. Nice and slow, nice and easy. We hit reverse, and it sends that drill bit right in. If it's going too fast, it kind of bumps into the voxels, and you don't get as big a hole as if you were to drill slowly like I'm doing right now. Now, we've got iron coming in nice and fast here. 847, 751. I mean, it's just coming in like crazy. You can see it right here. Stone and the iron. So it's coming in nice and fast. Hope you guys are proud of me. Managed to do this. Now, if I want to stop that, I could just come in here and I can actually just do reverse. You can see it's going to pull it back. But slow is the key thing you want to do. And this is going to drill out a nice big hole for me in the ground. And like I said, eventually we can build a separate system that's just going to push away from here. I even thought about doing something larger up above and pushing down and creating a large cavern beneath, well, beneath the mine, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and hit reverse again and send that back out and let it go ahead and fully extend. And you're seeing we're getting a ton of material for that, which is fantastic. Now, it's possible I could do a second drill bit on top of this one, maybe one on the side of this one, bring it all the way back, and then push it through here again, and it's going to help me get rid of some of this area and open it up a little bit more to us so that we can gather all the resource from it. This piston's going to push, I think is it 30 meters? I'm not sure. But look at that. Look at it go. This is fantastic. I love it. And I can make 3 different passes of this back and forth, and it's going to pick up a little more material each time and drill a nice, big, perfect hole through this ground and this landscape right here. I think that is so cool. And these are the same pistons we can put on our larger ships, and there's smaller pistons for smaller ships, and we do need to make a smaller ship so that we can go out and get cobalt and silicon and magnesium and all those other materials that we need. This is the iron mine, so this is what we're going to be getting here, of course, is lots and lots of iron. I might even be able to do 2 pistons on here and keep pushing this through to see exactly how much it gathers up. Because you can see there's a lot of it here that's just sitting on the edge that's not being picked up by that drill. That's so cool, isn't it? Look at that. It's still got a little ways to go. But the amount of material we've picked up now is just phenomenal. Again, we can go in here and take a look and see. And you can see the industrial refinery is doing a nice job of just taking care of all this stuff and just getting it mixed up for us and taken care of. Our piston has fully extended now. What are we getting now each time? It's still gathering up. You can see a little bit of material here and there as we go along. Every little bit helps. I'm sure you guys agree. There's 94, 87.3, 81.6. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. 68, 63, yeah, 118. So it's slowly but surely it's going down in terms of how much material we're getting from that. But again, I can bring this back and hopefully it'll clean out that hole just a little bit better. Nice and slow. I could slow that down even more, which I probably will next time, just so it has as much opportunity to clear out as much of this material as need be. But I think that works out fantastic. So, hope you guys like that. This is pretty cool, huh? Can't wait till we get some of these on a ship with thrusters and stuff, and we can kind of bore into the ground and grab the materials and fly back to base and dock with a connector and load it all in and make some cool stuff with it. I'm going to let this go ahead and come all the way back. I'll shut it down, and then I'll show you a few more ideas that I have for our mining operation here. And you guys had some really great comments last episode. Not that you don't every episode, but they were really great comments, and it really kind of inspired me. So give me a second. I'll be right back. There, we're done. Beautiful. Look at that. Here's the hole we've created. Looks like we ran into a bunch of stone down here, so that's fine. I mean, it's still usable material. In terms of getting down here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do at the moment just yet. I feel like I need to drill out a lot more, and it's going to be, you know, a lot of moving pistons and things of that nature around, but that's okay. We do have a little bit of an entrance right here that we made a couple episodes back, but it doesn't really go anywhere anymore, so I mean, it's going down there. Did I actually get to this spot? I didn't. I'm just like underneath this location. We're actually right down in here, so we definitely want to get those pistons extended down into this direction and you know, make use of that iron that we have right there. In the meantime, we should have quite a bit. Listen to it. It's working. It's working hard. Obviously, I'm going to be reconfiguring some of the way this is laid out because maybe it's not the best layout for it. And without knowing where the ports are and how things connect and all that stuff, it's going to take me a second to kind of figure out where I want things lined up. But I know I want at least another one of these guys right here for sure, so that we can process materials even faster. Cobalt takes some time. I'm not sure about the other materials, but I noticed cobalt takes about the longest of all of them. You guys also mentioned that if I put the now I can't think of them, what they're called again. The ones that help you with either more harvest for the material or speeding up the harvest of the material or the making of the materials, whatever, the making of the pieces and parts, and then the refining of the materials. Those things need to go on these back here. Why can't I think of those? I'll try to think of it and then let you guys know. But there's room for those. But you say they use a lot of power. So what I did was, and I don't have a lot of power, and it was suggested that the best use of your turbines is to... Oh, we got ourselves an unknown signal coming in pretty fast, and it's not too far away. We might zip out there and grab that. Is to have them 8 blocks apart, and I think it was 9 blocks tall. 8 apart, 9 up gives you the optimum output for your power when it comes to the wind turbines. I do not have them set up like that. These are 5 blocks apart, and I think there's 7 blocks up, but I believe I'm getting pretty good wind. Let's go turbines. Optimal, 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 and optimal. So we're getting optimal. Is that not the best? Is there one level above optimal? You guys were, I think it's in the comments, was saying it should be putting out like 420 or something like that in each of these. Irregardless, I do have batteries set up at each one, and I do want to do some sort of a catwalk type atmosphere that goes out over the edge here and connects each of these towers to it, and then we can get creative with some decorative stuff to try to get these to look a little more decorative. You may have noticed I did get this all welded up and ready to go. I've added a staircase over here. Not that it's going to stay here forever, but there's a staircase here so we can get up from that side. And then I think the next thing I want to do here is, I was thinking, we've got our mining operation on this platform right here. We may want to move the mining operation up one more platform up there. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Put some railings on the dang place so I don't fall off. I may want to do a little something up here instead and bring it up up onto this level right here and leave this part open for a rover and ships to fly in and out. And then what we do is we have maybe a steel plate, huh? Okay. What we have is we have a wall along here. We'll have a staircase that comes up into this area. And what we do is we create a larger... I'm going to have to go up because I'm not going to drill all this out. I'm just not going to. Part of me had thought maybe what I do is I take some drills and I just kind of scrape the landscape off of here. But I'm not going to do that. It's just... I don't know. I don't think I'm going to. Let's go ahead and get number 1 back on our hotbar. Yeah, I need to find a good place to grab materials, and what I've been doing is I've been using the back of the cargo container to grab stuff that I need. Let's go to production. Let's make... I'm going to turn those off. And let's make... let's make 1,000 of those guys right there. It looks like I'm out of silicon and all the other stuff too at the moment. What I was thinking is if I bring this up... What do we got? We've got a platform that comes off of that onto this right here. Not that that matters. We may not even worry about that. But what I need to do is I need to find out how high do I have to go to get a decent platform here. So I have got room up here to put our actual mining operation stuff up here, as well as living quarters. And then we leave this, like I said, down here. This is all for vehicles, flying, rolling, all that stuff. And then we work this out so it's a little bit better for the entrance and then a little bit of an exit over on that side. If I do this here, how much space do I actually have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'll have 6 all the way across here. Is 7 going to work? 7 is... it's kind of underground a little bit, huh? Because as I go this way, the hill slopes off of this, you know, and I kind of set myself up to have to do this, which is fine. I don't mind having to do the work to get the materials together to build something like this. Oh. You know about that. Threw that at myself. That might be enough room. And then I can run my piping on the back side of this. On the outside of it. But again, this whole mountain is iron underneath here. So it's going to be, a variety of pistons and drills and, just this kind of like a termite hill down here, if you will, of drilling going on. Let's see how big this is, first of all. Now, as we get down here, this actually jumps up a little bit. How far can I go before I'm underground? Looks like right about there. Okay, so not much over this way here. I'm just trying to see what kind of platform I can actually come up with here that would work. These are going underground again. But we're actually out there. So over here, if I was going to do a living quarters thing, I could do something up here in a living quarters. And then what we do is we drop down into this area here. And we'll be able to make our way up and down into the vehicle area down there. Yes, it's definitely getting bigger than I initially thought, but that's kind of how it works out for me. Thank you for letting me know where some of the blocks were. The half slab, I did find it. Very handy to have the half slab. I just want to see how much space I'm actually dealing with here. It looks pretty ample to me, but then you start to put it together and you start putting things on it and you're like, wow, that is not much room. If I do this here and we have all of this equipment up here, then we've got plenty of room for piping and things of that nature to kind of make this area look really cool, I think. Yeah, that would give me plenty of room, wouldn't it? If I had all this stuff kind of up here starting down this end and working its way down all piped together so that when we're drilling in our main hole here, we can send the materials back up to us. Just wondering if I can do this, right? I can do this. There used to be a thing where you couldn't put the pipes next. I guess it was the pistons, not the connectors, huh? Do like that right there. I can seal this up, you know. We could make this look really kind of cool with different blocks. I'm just spitballing some ideas with you guys here today. We do that, and then we've got this thing kind of controlled. Now, would I fall? I won't fall down in there. I could jump back up to there. That's pretty cool. Something like that, and then the pipe will come up, and it can run along the outer edge of this, or over the top of it, and connect everything together, and it would look really cool, I think, having a bunch of pipes and stuff working like that together. I can't believe it's nighttime. I could have sworn it just turned daytime. Anyways, nevertheless. So here is the idea. This is the idea I have decided to go with at the moment. We're about halfway up this mountain. And then this upper area here, so we really can't go that far. What do we got? That gives us 3 blocks right here to work with. And then it starts to kind of go underground here. So there's even a possibility that what I do here is I take this up, extra few blocks up, and put the living quarters up higher. So we have a view down into everything that we are going to be building and working on and things of that like that. You know, we've just got space for all that. Trying to think, there's tons of comments, and there is a lot of stuff that I have to learn. And hopefully you're patient with me. I'm trying to learn it as we go. Like the kind of the hot bar information we need to run the rover. We've got the air brake, and we've got the lights on the hot bar. We got all those things connecting to the connector, disconnecting from the connector, which I don't think I had on there, but I'm going to put it on there, and all that good stuff. Actually, you know what? I think I've got this set up now where I can actually just, if I just hit number 2, can I drive away from that? No, I cannot drive away from that. But if I hit 3, okay, so I did not turn the connector off with number 3. Okay, so I'm going to have to get that put in there. So what do? I go to G, and I take connector. God, which connector is this? Connector 2 lock. Connector 2 unlock. So if I hit 4, that unlocked me. Then I can hit number 2, handbrake on, 2, handbrake off. Why am I not moving anywhere? Do I not have any power in here? It says I've got power. Handbrakes are on. Handbrake on. Handbrake off. I've done something here. Battery on auto, maybe? Ah, it's the battery. Okay, I see. Okay, so the battery, the charge or uncharge or uncharging. So you can see now I'm as low as I can get with my wheelbase at the moment. So if I go back into my inventory, control panel, I've got a group for these. Let's go back to G. I had a grouping for the wheels. I may have groups. Here's the wheels. So if I do the wheels like this, decrease steering angle, invert propulsion. There's all these options right here. You get to this by hitting G, by the way. HUD, reset steering angle, increase power, decrease power, increase steering angle. Parking brake, brake on off, propulsion, steering. I'm looking for one that's going to allow me to increase. Oh, here we go. Increase propulsion override, decrease. No. Steer, increase steer override, reset propulsion. Oh, here it is. Reset height offset. Increase height offset, decrease height offset. So I guess I'm going to have to do 2 of those. And then I need a second one for decrease height offset. So now in here, if I hit 5, if I hit 6, if I keep tapping 6, I can, okay, I see. So I'm increasing the height of the vehicle. And if I hit 5 now, I can decrease the height of the vehicle. Now this has to be all the way down in order, well, a little bit up. It needs to be down as low as it can to reach that connector behind me here, as you can see. So if I hit number 6 now, if I do that and I raise it all the way up and I hit S, I'm too high, and now I can't connect with number 3. I can't do anything with that. So if I bring it down with number 5, so cool. Now you can see we got the yellow. Now you're ready to connect. Then I can hit number 3, and we are connected to the base. Sweet, huh? Okay, it took me a second, but I got it figured out. Pretty happy. I don't think I've ever done that before. There's so many firsts in this game for me, thanks to your guys' help. So I appreciate you being patient with me. And that should be it. I'm actually going to detach that and roll forward just a little bit. We're charged up enough to where I don't have to worry about that. We're going to hit number 2 for the brake, the handbrake. Hit F, we're going to get out, and now we are out of the vehicle. It's pretty much fully charged. And we're good to go. Now I can access this to get into everything here. I can. Which is nice. But I would prefer to have something a little bit even better than this to do that. So I've been making lots of pieces and parts and things of that nature. I've only got so much time to record today, and then I'll have to be done. But I did want to make sure I came in and showed you another episode of Space Engineers and just show that I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And why is this stuff showing up in there? It's processing a bunch. There's like 19. Look how much iron we have in there. 36.5. Ooh, I wonder, is the refinery filling up, and is that why we're having to? It is. The refinery's filling up, so it's spilling over the excess into our into here. I see. Okay, that's interesting. Suggestion for all the gravel was to drill a deep hole straight down and just throw all the gravel in there, mark it, and that's where you throw all your gravel. What I've been doing is flying it out over to here, going in my inventory and just dropping it on the ground at the moment, and then flying back to base. Oh, did we have that? I never did go get that unknown signal, did I? That's okay. I wanted to bring you guys in and let you know that I'm just having such a great time with Space Engineers. It's been really fun. We've got excess power coming in. It's starting to look a little bit more like a base. But what do you guys think of this idea? I mean, this gives us a little bit of height to work with too, so it's not all one level of a build. We're going to start out with these things here, and I've got an idea for catwalks that I want to put on here. And then we do, you know, maybe a couple of staircases up this way with a landing, a couple of staircases up that way, and then we go inside the actual refinery area itself, where we can have 2 or 3 of these guys put together. And I'm not so sure I'm keen on this one. I like this here. I do like this ladder structure on here, but I'm not so sure I want to keep this. I'm not so sure I do. I'm not so sure I like this idea of the ladder here. I got a little door there. It's not too bad, but I may look at the other ones just to see if they don't have that staircase. I understand why that's there, to give it more of an industrial look, but at the same time, I'm not so sure I want to. The other thing that was brought up in the comments was painting. Make sure we paint, and I do want to paint. I think if I have number 4 in my hand and I hit P, that brings up my paint menu here. What I don't know how to do, and I like this battered armor, I like this, but I don't know how to actually paint it onto the floor. It's got kind of a scuffed up mark look to it and a little bit rugged looking. Some of it may be down here already, I just don't know. And then I can change the color of it too somehow. So if I pick this, what do I do? Pick a color too? Oh, there we go. There's the colors. Okay, green, blue, yellow. That green looks really nice, huh? That dark green especially looks really nice. And then I guess I can adjust what we're doing here with it. Yeah. I get to the cyan. I go all the way down here. Back to the default. That is interesting. That's almost like digital camouflage armor. That's kind of interesting. Hazard armor. For the blocks right around all the construction materials and things of that nature. Mossy armor. So this is like from a wet region, huh? All dirty and stuff. You can see the different paint schemes we've got. Those are pretty cool if you line them up on the floor, I bet. Looking pretty awesome. Rusty armor. That would be really good out here, huh? Rusty. Woodland camo. Well, you don't own selected skin. Do you want to visit DLCs? No. Okay. Skin. Warfare 2 DLC. Maybe I need to go look and see that. There's some wood armor. Weld-less armor. Oh, that's just a smooth surface. I bet that's cool looking. We got this guy here. What is this one? Silver armor. Sci-fi armor. So there's several different ones we can choose from. And then right here you can click and you go right back to the original block, which is pretty awesome, I think. Pretty dang awesome. There's a lighter gray. There's a white. Really pretty. So I just need to figure out how to actually, how to paint. I don't know what to do to actually get this to paint. No. You can left click. That places the block. If I do that, I don't know what I need to do now to, paint this stuff. So help with that one there. There was a lot of instruction on how to get to the paint screen, but not really how to paint. We got a stick showing up here because we got that tree underneath us here. I think that's got you guys caught up on where I'm at and what I'm doing with the base at the moment. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of work with you guys on here too. Maybe kind of figure out what this is going to be up here. We'll do that today. And that's going to give me kind of an earmark of what I can do is I can continue the drilling operation and getting the iron put together to get the steel plates put together to be able to weld all of this stuff together. And then in the next episode, I think what I want to do after that is work on getting a drill ship prepared so we can go out, get the cobalt, get the silicon, get the magnesium, get a bunch of that stuff put together so we have it here, and then we could just build to our little heart's content and have some fun with that. I think that would be really cool. But it's coming along, and I'm getting it, and the best part of it is just trying to figure some of the stuff out. It's really been enjoyable to do the engineering aspect of it, especially with the drills and the pistons and so on. It's been a lot of fun. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I shall be right back. Okay, I think maybe I've got this figured out. So I've picked my battered armor that I like. I've picked the color that I like, and I've not made any adjustments here. Use skin to repaint. Choose if skin should be used during repaint together with color. And yes, that's what I want. And then I hit OK. Now if I middle mouse wheel click on here. Oh. I don't think the block matters. But you middle mouse wheel click and it gives you that pattern. Now if I hit Control or if I hold Shift and click, it does a larger area, which is pretty awesome. Is it going to paint the ship and stuff over there? Let's see. Shift and middle mouse wheel? No, but it does take care of the walls very nicely out here, especially the blocks that are all been taken care of. Shift and click. Oh, okay, now that did paint. Of course, these are attached to the base, so it's going to paint those, but I'll probably paint those something different. I like the green. It looks pretty cool. Once we figure out where things are going to be parked, I feel like what I could do is I could take and do this block, say, here and change it out and make it a kind of a rustier and make the blocks where the vehicles drive back and forth on top of it a little bit different. That could be kind of cool. Shift, click, shift, click. shift, oop, shift click. There we go. And the control plus shift will do the entire grid. Well, look at that. We've got a little bit of paint going on now. Okay, so the machinery, I don't think I want that to be green. So let's go back to P. Let's clear this out. Use skin to repaint. Let's turn that off. And then let's go ahead and pick a color for our actual machinery. And maybe we do the white would look good in here with the green underneath it. The pipes, let's see if we can actually turn the pipes something super rusty. Heavy rust armor. Let's try that with the skin. Let's try that on the pipes. I don't see the rust color though, the rust showing through. Maybe that's because it's not the block. Did I pick that? I did use skin to repaint. Can I not use the skin on the pipes? That's kind of interesting. Let's see what this looks like down here on the ground real quick. It's not doing the rust at all down here. I'm a little confused by that. I'll admit that right away. The point is, you can really you can get pretty detailed with what you're doing, and that is very exciting to me. I don't like the fact I have to hold this big block in my hand while I'm doing it, but at the same time, it's okay. Let's go back to P. We were using this guy with the dark green. It fixes that right back up again. And then we've got this stuff, that color, the green there, and that's green, but we don't want that to be green. So let's go ahead and grab our light gray back again, and we'll go like that, and then that's all fixed up and looking nice as well. Maybe the stairs as well should be that. I don't know if this staircase is even going to stay here, but there we go. We've got a little something like that going on down in here, which is pretty cool. And then back to P, and then the color green. We come back over here, and I can go like that, and like that, and like that, and like... Uh-oh, can I not paint that stuff? Let's try a shift. I'm going to have to repaint those things again, but if I do this, okay, that got back in there and got those blocks that I couldn't reach. So that's awesome. Back to this right here, and we can paint that again, and paint that again. Was too far away apparently. There we go. Too far away. There we go, just like that. Do that, and that cleans that all up. Really cool. Oh man, that's awesome. I like that. Yeah, the green is nice. Let's get that out of our hands so we can see. And this repainted everything green down here, but that's okay. We'll leave that the way it is at the moment. Once we figure out what we're going to do. So back to 4, I think if I, boom, I can paint you, put you back to where you go, put you back to that. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. I don't know if these are the colors I'm going to stick with, but it gets us an idea as to how the painting works. So I do love that to death. That is fantastic. All right, let's go up here and see if we can figure out just how big of a platform we're going to need for this. And maybe what we do is we close this off right here. And I'm going to go ahead and hit P again and turn all this stuff off for the meantime. Steel plates. But if I do that right there, that should be pretty awesome. Give us lots and lots of space, basically, to play with here. Oh, look at this, painted it all the way, painted it quite a ways anyways. That's okay, we'll go back and fix all those things later down the road. So if I do this right here, I could seal this up, and you're never going to know that it's actually sitting on that kind of a hill right there. If I haven't said it already today, thank you for the support on the series. I appreciate it very much. Right there. We do that. And we've got room up here for all of those of these machines right here. We put them along here. We run our pipe up from here and connect up to it. Maybe we have a large cargo container on this end and a large cargo container on that end, and we put several refineries, at least a few refineries in here. Maybe 3. What do you think? 2 or 3? And then the assemblers, probably a couple of assemblers would be enough for us at this mining operation for the iron. And then when we fly in, we should be able to connect immediately to this platform and pump everything into it. And these guys will come up here, and down here again will be kept for our vehicle building, vehicle parking, and all that good stuff right down in here. Because most of the ships we're going to build at the beginning here are going to be of the small nature until we get stuff built up and ready to go. At least that's how I look at it. Now, we're going to need some stairs as well. Let's go to G, and let's go stairs. And let's grab our big ones because I love them to death. And we can get rid of that, and that. And I do have a second one set up with the scaffolding and the catwalks and then the interior wall here too. But the one we're going to want to work with is Control 1. You got Control 2, you got Control 1 through 9. So you can actually set up several different hotbars. The thing I forgot to do was when I was setting up Control 2 is to drag my tools down into this here as well. So you can see I've got them on Control 1 and I have them on Control 2. Otherwise you flip back and forth and it gets to be a real pain in the buttocks. So that's what I did there. Now if I do this, I want to keep the stairs pretty tight to the wall. And I'm going to need construction components in order to do that. Let's grab up as many of these as we can. We'll put some of this away and we'll grab some of those back. There we go. So it's going to have to be kind of central because we're going to be running back and forth on this platform on both sides of it. So I'm gonna think that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably put them right over here. I could do that there, that, and that, and that. Now I can make it as simple as that right there. We have all of our stairs right here, and we come up just like that. Or we can come up to a platform, stop on a platform, and then go up to more. So basically, just in an effort to make things look a little more interesting, let's see here. We still don't have a roof over us, but we're working towards that. Where's the catwalk? Oh, you know what? I got Control 2. Let's go to Control 2. And let's do... Which one of those is going to work? I come to the top of the steps and then make a turn. Is it number 4? Maybe number 4? Let's flip that up and turn it. If I do that right there, that's not really what I'm looking for. Number 5. That's the one I'm looking for. And then let's turn that like that. We do that right there, okay? And once we weld this together, the railings will come back. We do that right there, and then we come back to Control 1, get our stairs back, and then we put the stairs to continue on up this way. Like so. And now we're up here, and then, bear with me, Control 2, and then number 4. I think would work here. I think I've actually got to put a light on the back of this. Let's go back to G. I think you have to have a light on the back of that in order for it to see this guy right here, this corner light. I think if I put him on here, then I could put number 4 up here. like so. Now we've got a more interesting staircase because we have a bit of a platform in the middle of it there. What do I need? Tubes, interior plates, and construction. Tubes, okay. I'm gonna need, let's grab 100 of those. Some more construction components. And what was the other thing I needed? Steel tubes, maybe some of these guys. Right here, let's try this out. Small steel tubes, I didn't grab nearly enough of those. And I think it's because I've got too many of the other things in here. There we go. Girders, okay. Staircase number 2, and we need just a couple of girders, and we're good to go. Girders, I know I made some of you. I made a bunch of you. Let's go, let's get 20 of those guys. Beautiful. Awesome. Look at that. We've come to the top of our stairs. Now this is interesting. This rail does not exactly match up with that right there. Let me know if there's something different I need to do here to kind of get this to kind of flow through here a little bit better. Interesting. And this stairs. Wait a minute. These stairs are backwards. They're the wrong way. Maybe that's why they don't work? What do you think? Let's try that again. There we go. Those look like correct stairs. Those look correct now too. Much better to have stairs that go the right way. Okay, I'm going to need that light back again. There we go, like that. Do I have anything to light this up with? I can do that. Okay, that's got a little light there, which should be kind of cool at the top of the steps. We got you. Ah, look at that. Now it's all snapping together just perfectly. Now the railing looks right, so that's going to keep me on track in the future. And these stairs, of course, are upside down as well. Let's try that again as well. Like that. Like that. Awesomeness. Okay, we do that right there. We've got a light that shows up there, but what about maybe having one right down here too? Yeah, underneath there, that's pretty sweet. Oh, I like that. A little bit of light right there, and then we could add another one, I think, probably right here. To light up the underside of the staircase just a little bit. Now I think I can increase these guys as well. Also. Oh, you know what you guys really gave me a good tip on was building. How to utilize the, is it the build planner? The build planner better? And I've been using that and it works out pretty good. I didn't use it today, obviously, because we're just doing little things, but it worked out pretty good for me. I did figure it out. If you don't know what that means, let's turn my light back on so you guys can see. If you're building something and we're going to require quite a few different parts, and it's hard to remember all those different parts. If I go up to... Well, let's drop everything off first. Let's drop all the materials off. Do that right there. Okay, so I've got everything dropped off. So if I walk up to this block and right-click, components added to build planner. So I do that. Now if I come here with my middle mouse wheel and middle mouse wheel, all components were successfully withdrawn for a block. Now I can come over here. If I can look at my inventory, I have 173 plates and 23 power cells. Why would I grab power cells? I don't understand. Terminal's not connected. Production, inventory. Why did it give me the other things? And 173 of these as well. And now it's making this. 2,666 of those. Production. Let's just stop that right there. Before it makes all of it. Yeah, I don't know why it gave me power cells there. You guys might be able to tell me that one. Drop that, and then we had a bunch of plates being made here. Drop those guys into there. Okay, all of our building stuff is in there now. We're going to refill this. I can't do that from here because it's actually not connected to this particular grid. So there's a build planner. Is it in production? I thought it was down in here where I could see what I've told it to go ahead and make for me, because there's a way to go up to this block right here, right click on it, and then I can come over here and do, I believe is it shift middle button. All components were successfully put to production. Yes, I can do that. Now it's doing 1,800 of those again. So what I think it's doing is it's reading. Is it reading the whole grid that I've not actually made yet, and that's what it's doing? Let's see what it does here after it. If it makes this 20, it's just making more and more. Yeah, I'm going to turn that off. I believe that's what it's doing, is it's looking at the entire grid. So now again, if I want the parts off of this, I can right click on that. All components were successfully added. Need steel plates. So it gave me enough steel plates to do 2 blocks there. What else did it put in my inventory? Inventory. Nothing. It just gave me the steel plates that time, which is great. But did it tell it to produce anything? No, it's not. It's not told to produce anything at all. It's got these guys lined up. Amount to add, cancel. Connector 3. There's 1,800 of these in the connector. I'm getting sidetracked here, you guys. I'll keep those on me. Nevertheless, it has helped, especially when it came to the components for the drill machine that I put in. Worked out pretty good for me there. That looks pretty good. I don't think that's too bad with it sitting out like that. They would actually do that. So now we're going to go up the stairs, landing, stairs, landing. We have a rail that comes onto here. Now we have our machinery, our processing, and assemblers up here. I'm going to have to drill out a bunch more iron to get these guys all welded up. And we turn this into our refinery, assembler area. Go downstairs, and now we have access to our vehicles, which will be parked down here. And this is going to be kept pretty open, I think, this area right here. And there'll be connectors along the wall that we can fly up to or drive up to and attach to. And those connectors will lead right to our refinery and our assemblers up above there. I think that'll work out pretty dang cool. We'll do that. And then down here, like I said, this is open for all the building that we're going to do for the ships and parking of ships. So we can have several in here. I mean, there's plenty of space for them, that's for sure. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. that is going to have to wrap up today's episode. It's a short one, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just really enjoying this, and I can't thank you enough for suggesting that I get back into Space Engineers and play it, because it has been a lot of fun. So thank you for that. Thank you for... So, thank you for all the support. It's been really great. You guys have been fantastic. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know I'm probably floundering more than some do, but it's a learning process. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot more. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, hit that like button for me. Comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03. Have an awesome, a fantastic, and a superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time. Ooh, one other thing we need to put on the base, too, is probably a control station, a chair, so we have a seat to sit in. I've just been kind of trying to figure out where is our living quarters actually going to be. Talk to you guys in the next one.